Good afternoon everybody. Today we're going to be taking a look at a diesel eater or a night eater, whatever you want to call it. It's by Hcalory and this is a TB2S model. Now this particular model supersedes the model which I've actually got in this motorhome. So a couple of years ago I did a review of one of these for a company called Banggood, and I've got the older version of this which has been absolutely fantastic. I've had it for, like I say, nearly 2 years now. So when they got in touch and said did I want to test out this new model, I thought why not. So it's a suitcase style night eater. You've got a handle so you can pick it up. It's pretty much just one unit nowadays. There is a box of accessories to go with it, but we'll have a quick look around here. Now you can actually pop it open and have a look inside. So your fuel tank's here at the top inside it. Night eater's there. They've actually got a remote in the bottom there and all the wiring. That one's taken out. But yeah, pretty much you don't have to do anything in there. It's just so you can gain access. So I'll do that back up. Around this end here, this is where the hot air blows out, which we have some ducting to go on there, and this is where the exhaust pipe and silencer goes basically on that end. Around this end is the business end. It's where you've got the control panel, which can be removed and taken off. You've got an air inlet here. That's also an air inlet where it sucks the cold air in and ignites it, puts it over the heat exchange. We've got the power adapter here, and what's good about this is you get two lots of cables with it. You get the 12 volt version and the 240 volt version, so it obviously will work on 12 volts. On top there, that's where you fill it with diesel. It's got its feet on the bottom, and that's pretty much it as far as the unit's concerned. I'll just pop that to one side and we'll have a little look what's actually in the box, because they do come with pretty much everything you'd need to install it in something. I mean, we're probably going to use, you could use it for anything really. Warming a tent up, an awning up, fit it in a motorhome. I mean, I actually fitted one of these in my motorhome in the box, but then I actually took the stuff out the box. You can get the internals and fit them that way. It's just preference really. This is more of a portable option. So in this box here is the 240 to 12 volt power supply, so you can actually run this from a wall socket, so you don't have to use a 12 volt socket, you can use a wall socket. But it also does come with the 12 volt cable with a couple of eyelets on so you can put it on your battery. Nice plug, quite a nice bit of sheathing on the wiring as well. That's alright. It's got the ducting, so if you install it in something you can drill an hole, put that in, which comes with that piece of ducting there, which will actually stretch out bigger. You've also got the exhaust pipe, which you can bend to any shape you want. It also does come with one of their exhaust silencers. We've also got an extension cable there. I believe that's for the control panel at the front there. We've also got this pipe and this. This is what actually goes on your inlet on that end, on the front side. Let me just put this box down here. That's what actually goes on the inlet down there. Actually, you can see. So that would be your inlet. The exhaust goes at the other end. Obviously the exhaust needs to point away from where your inlet is. So you can run this through a garage wall, you can use it to heat a garage, anything like that. So yeah, pretty much everything you need comes with it. There is nothing you actually need. You just need to put the exhaust on, the inlet on, plug it in, fill it with diesel and switch it on. You also get some brackets. I believe this is to hold these pipes up, I believe. I never actually used them last time on the one I had. You get the little filter which drops in there. Stop getting any dirt in there. Obviously it's got fine jets inside, so you get any dirt in it's going to block them up. And then you get all the Jubilee clips in there for fastening things like this pipe on. Now this pipe's about, what, 12 inches long? I think it stretches quite a bit longer. Let's just pull it out and have a look. I think it stretches to about double, so probably about 2 foot. It probably goes to 2 foot that. So wherever you're going to duct it from, which is actually the other end of the unit, not this end. Hang on, I'm just knocking camera now. Right, I'll move some of this off at the table and then we'll have a bit more of a in-depth look at this. So also what comes with the Hcalory is the user manual, which has got everything here about using it, operating it. There is a Bluetooth app for it as well, and then you have a set of instructions here with the remote on there, and it has actually got a carbon monoxide sensor in the remote control as well. It tells you all about operation on here as well. This is like a short summary to say if you're looking through the book. I've brought the Hcalory Toolbox heater outside so we can set it all up and fully test it. Now I just noticed you can't actually see the heat exchange through that end. So we're going to get this pipe fitted, get the exhaust fitted on here. We'll fit the air inlet. I'll run it off of mains for now, get some fuel in it, and we'll run it up and just check out some of the settings on it. Right, first job. Fit this silencer. This is your air inlet pipe on this end. Simple a case of sliding them on and tightening up the Jubilee clips. And then we'll do the same with the other end. Right, that's that in fitted. We'll just leave that dangling down there. Right, next one, we'll go around the other side. So pretty much the same again this side. We'll get the exhaust on. Obviously you can put this inside a building and position it wherever you want it to be. We'll just have it going straight up and out like that, and then we'll fit the exhaust silencer in there, and we'll put the clip on first. Just have to be a bit careful with the edges of these because they are quite sharp. Right, I've actually positioned the exhaust downhill so we can feel the heat what comes out of this. So we'll pop that on there, pop a clip on, and we'll just tighten that up. There we go. Tighten that on there tight. Obviously this, like I say, it does extend out. You can actually bend it so you can actually angle that to wherever you want it to sort of face, which is quite nice. I'll not put that end cap in, that's for more like installing it inside a motorhome or etc, or camper van even. Right, next job, we're going to put some fuel in it. Now I'm not going to fill it right up because we've got a plan for this heater, so I'm just going to drop a bit in, and we can also check it for leaks etc. So we just put a bit in and we'll have a little look. Try not to spill any because it's messy stuff to use up. Pop that back in there. Right, I'm just going to pop this open because there is actually a remote in here you need to take out. As you can see, there's a little bit of fuel in there, not a ton, but there's enough in there to run it. So here is your remote to control it. This actually has a little, you can actually charge this. You switch it on via the button on the side, so you can alter the settings. It also has a little CO meter in this, so it's worth having it sat up inside your motorhome, camper van, awning, tent, whatever you've got it installed in, just to keep an eye on the heater. Right, so I can't see any leaks in there, so that looks all good. So we'll shut that up, we'll get the power on it, and we'll have a look at the settings, and then we'll get it fired up. Right, we're going to be using the mains plug. Dead easy, that plugs in. You can't get it the wrong way around, it's got a little indentation in it. So I've got an extension cable just here, which we can plug that into, and hopefully the power is switched on. Just pop that down there. Right, we do have power now. This actually extension I've got it plugged into is actually switched off. Right, so what can we do on here? I think we need to press it and switch it on. There we go, now it's on. I'm going to turn it right up so it starts working. Obviously to start with it's got to heat the heater plug, then it'll start pumping the fuel before the heat starts. So it maybe take a minute or so for it to actually start. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to hear it or not. The pump has actually just started pumping fuel. Just have a little look here. So obviously it's got to get rid of that bit of air out of the system. You can just see it going round now. And we should start feeling things warm. That's blowing cold air out at the moment. I'm not sure how well it'll show up, but I've actually changed this into temperature rather than level settings, so I can turn that up. I've got it at 100 Fahrenheit at the minute. I will change that to degrees. Right, we're still pumping fuel through at the moment. Now I think you'll be able to see that okay. Now on here you've got your minimum and maximum. There's the temperature I've set, and if you press the power button once, you get a little symbol appear there, A, and that's the auto start stop function. So when it gets up to temperature it will actually start stop. I will switch that back off in a minute. It's just actually getting rid of the air out of the system at the minute. Right, it's actually fired up now. I could smell it burning. Yeah, the exhaust, obviously make sure you don't touch any of this exhaust because it actually gets red hot, that will do. I'm actually quite impressed with the fuel pump. The fuel pump's super quiet. Obviously I've got the older model of this which I fitted in my motorhome, which I will show briefly. What I've actually done on my motorhome, I've actually stripped all the inners out of this box and mounted it inside permanently with a separate fuel tank. But this is ideal for take it down and warm the greenhouse up or anything like that. It's just starting to get warm now. It's been running for 3 minutes. Bearing in mind it had no fuel in the system, so it will be a bit quicker. There we go, we're getting warm now. As you can see, the display actually goes off. So obviously it's not lit up all the time. On the older versions they used to light up continuously. So obviously during the night you could see it lighting the van up. But this actually goes off, which is a nice feature. Oh, got some warmth on now. All looks good in there, can't see no leaks. And another thing I did notice, which I didn't think about, the input is actually 12 volts, 12 amps, so it's multi-voltage this, it's 12 volts, 24 volts, and 24 volts pulls 6 amps. So it is multi-voltage, so if you want to install it in a lorry, it'll go straight in and convert its power itself. You just plug it in and put 24 in there. Obviously you can't feel that, but that is blowing out some serious heat. In fact, these pipes actually get quite hot to touch. They do get really hot. Very easy to use, very simple to set up, as you can see. There's not a lot of work involved. Ideal if you wanted to warm a small space up. And a friend of mine actually has one of these in his house. Warms the downstairs of his house up. And obviously you can actually run it on red diesel as well, and even kerosene. The one in our van we've actually run on kerosene as well. Right, we'll burn the newness off. You always get that newness smell. So I've just figured out on here, if you press, hang on, not that one, middle one, it changes it from Fahrenheit to Celsius. So it goes up to 40 degrees, that's as high as it goes up. So you can actually turn it down on there. As you can see, as I'm turning it down, turn it down on there. And you can also get the Bluetooth app. The Hcalory Bluetooth app. You can control it on that as well. So I'll run it flat out for a bit just to burn the newness off. It's been running now for about 15 minutes, absolutely spot on. If you turn the temperature down it will cycle on and off as it's supposed to. It's a cracking bit of kit, and like I say, I've been using one of these inside my motorhome for the last 2 years, but I actually removed it out of the box. I will drop some pictures in of what I did. I extended the cable for this. I mounted it up inside the motorhome, but they actually give you an extension cable now, so you can actually extend that away from the box. So that saves having to chop the wires, because that's what I actually do, chop them and then extend them, because it only used to have a short cable in here. So that's quite a nice feature. So if you're interested in one of these heaters by Hcalory, if you check out the Banggood website, there will be links down in the description. We do different types of these, and you can just buy the insides for your camper van or your motorhome. They are a really good price at the minute as well. Like I say, I do recommend it, and it's not just for the review video. Like I say, I've been using one for 2 years in our van, and as you know, we live in it and we use it all the time, and it's been fantastic. So I want to thank Banggoods for sending me this, and thank you all for watching, and as always we will see you in the next one.